In December 2022, I applied to study in UK and I was granted a study visa even though I had a history of visa rejection. Whilst in the UK still on this student's visa, in May 2023, I supported my husband to apply for a visitor's visa and he was refused. We were shocked and surprised at the refusal because we thought we provided all the necessary and required documents. Upon careful thought through the reason for the refusal and an in-depth research, I got a trick. I learned from my mistakes and reapplied. Then he was granted. I said to myself that never again shall I chop visa refusal. Fast forward, when I completed my master's program in UK, I invited my sister and brother-in-law for my graduation and they were both granted. Please take note that I played an active role in these applications. After my master's degree, I got a skilled worker job with COS. Then I applied for a skilled worker visa and got approved again. Please note that I never used any agent in any of these applications. I did it myself. I have gained lots of experience in this area and will be sharing all of it in today's video and the ones to follow. In today's video, I am going to share my secrets in making a successful UK visa application without using any agent. Applying for a UK standard visa can be a complex process, but with the right preparation and knowledge, you can increase your chances of approval. I have decided to put this information into 3 videos, like in a series form, because I have lots of information and experience to share, which just one video may not be able to cover it all. In today's video, I shall focus on the eligibility requirements for UK visitors visa and shall highlight the necessary documents required to prove the purpose of visits and to prove home ties. I shall also share a sample invitation letter I normally use as a guide for you. In my next or second video, I shall focus on the financial requirements and will share a sample cover letter to explain huge and unusual financial transactions. And in my third video, I will share common mistakes people make in their applications that get them refused. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't, like and share it as well, and let's get interactive in the comment section. Tell me your experiences with UK visa applications. Moving straight into the video, first of all, let's get the facts right. Who can apply for a UK visa? Did you know that citizens of certain countries such as USA, Canada, Australia, Japan, etc. do not need a visa for short stays or visits for up to 6 months? Yes, you heard me right. Citizens of these countries must apply for the Electronic Travel Authorization, that's the ETA. Guys, if you are from Ghana, Nigeria, Zimbabwe, Egypt, India, Africa, please gather here. We must apply for a standard visa before traveling to the UK. I will leave the link in my description. Check if your country of origin is required to apply for a UK visa. What can the UK visa be used for? I mean, what is the purpose of this visa? It's for tourism. Let's say you come in for a holiday or vacation. It's to visit family or friends. It's to volunteer for up to 30 days with a registered charity. It's to transit to another country. It's to undertake business activities such as meetings, trainings, conferences. It's also to, take part in a school exchange program, or it may be for medical reasons. For any of these that I've just mentioned, you need a UK visa. What is the basic eligibility requirements? UK government did not explicitly state the specific documents to submit in these areas I am about mentioning. Hence, most applications are rejected due to insufficient documentations. To be eligible for a UK visa, please take your pen and write these down. 1. You must have a passport. Yes, of course, that's the first thing. You must prove. Secondly, you must prove the purpose of your visits. 3. You must prove that you will leave the UK at the end of your visit. 4. You must prove that you are able to support yourself and your dependents financially during your trip, or have funding from someone else to support you. 5. You must prove that you will not overstay in the UK. Now let's break it down further. What documents can I use to prove the purpose of my visits? Remember, the eligibility, the first on the list, is to prove the purpose of your visit. If you intend to visit a family or friend in UK, then you need an invitation letter from the friend or family who is the host. In my case, when I was in UK and my husband was in Ghana, I wrote an invitation letter to support his visa application, stating our relationship, stating my personal details, the purpose of his visit, how long he will stay with the exact dates, where he will stay, and confirming that I will cover his expenses or otherwise during his visit. This is a copy of the invitation letter I wrote to support my husband's visa application. On the left hand side is the host full name. So in my case, I was the host. So I indicated, or I wrote my full name here, my full UK address here, and also my UK contact number. And next to it is the date. So you put in here the date, then next is the visa office address. So the UK visa office address. This is the address in your home country. Okay, so in my case, my husband was coming from Ghana. So in Ghana, the address, the UK visa office address in Ghana, you indicate it here where I have highlighted. Okay, so you come down here, dear sir or madam, then the title of the letter, invitation letter for my husband. This is just an example. Okay, that's not his real name anyway. So, invitation letter for my husband, Samuel Osei. Then you indicate, you put in here his passport number. Okay, to the body of the letter, I wrote I, then I indicated my name here. So, for example, I, Dura Osei, a resident of the United Kingdom on the skilled worker route visa. You may not be on this visa, so you can indicate the type of visa you are on currently. You can indicate it here. Residing at, then I indicated my UK address here. Wishes to invite my husband, with my husband's full name. Okay, so wishes to invite my husband, Samuel Osei, who holds a Ghanaian passport with the passport number, you write it there, to visit me in the United Kingdom. Okay, Samuel Osei with passport number, you write it here, is a, you state his profession. So let's say he's a banker, engineer, or whatever. So Samuel Osei with passport number is an engineer and a resident of Ghana. All right. So the next paragraph now talks about the purpose of his visit. So in here, I said the purpose of his visit is to spend time with me as his spouse. Okay. So spend time with me as his partner or as his wife or whatever, and to experience life in the UK during his stay. Okay. He intends to visit from, you indicate his start date, the start date to the end date, okay, and will be residing with me at my address in the UK address. So you indicate the UK address here. I confirm that I'll be responsible for his accommodation. Please take note of what I am putting in this letter, because I said I'll be responsible for his accommodation and expenses during his stay in the UK. He will be staying with me at my residence, and I will ensure he does not become a financial burden to the UK government. To support this application, I have attached the following documents. Okay. First of all, I told them that I am a resident of UK, so I need to prove. You can prove this using a copy, okay, of your passport or BRP. Okay, passport and BRP, in fact, yeah. And the next one I also indicated, or I stated in the letter, that I'll be responsible for his accommodation. What shows that I have an accommodation in UK? It is my tenancy agreement. So I need to include a copy of my tenancy agreement and perhaps a copy of, other bills I have paid. So it can be council tax bill. Also, I stated that I'll be responsible for his expenses during his stay in the UK. To prove this, you need to include a copy of your bank statement as evidence of financial ability. Please let it, to be on the safer side, let it be 3 months, at least 3 months or more, okay, to prove that you have a steady source of income, and it should be current latest bank statements and latest pay slips. Pay slips too should be at least 3 months, okay, and a copy of your employment letter. Also, you need to prove your relationship. You stated, or I stated in here, that he is my husband. What shows that he is my husband? I need to prove by my marriage certificate, a copy of my marriage certificate. Only that is not enough. I mean, marriage certificate alone is not enough. You need to add photos of it. So it can be wedding photos, engagement photos. It can be, photos with your children in it. It can also be communication records. Let's say WhatsApp chats, WhatsApp phone calls you have done. You can also add, copies of transfers you have made. And this shows that you have financial, commitments to each other. Okay, so transfers you made to him, transfers he made to you. So depending on the purpose of your visit, please tweak this letter to suit your situation. Yes, all right. If your visit is to attend the graduation of a friend or family, then you will have to include a letter from the university as a proof of graduation. Please add this letter, submit this letter to your application as part of your application. You also need an invitation letter from the hosts or family as well. If your visit is to attend a training program, meeting, conference, please request for a letter from the company organizing it and add it to your application as a proof. Also include proof of hotel bookings if you'll be staying in one. If a friend or family will be hosting you during your stay whilst on your training, then you will need an invitation letter from the hosts detailing the nature of support. Everyone's situation may be different, so let me know in the comment section if your case is different. For tourist purposes, outline your planned travel dates, places to visit, where you stay or hotel bookings, and when you intend to return to your home country. Explain these in your cover letter and attach evidence of hotel bookings to it. What documents can I use to prove ties to my home country? In other words, which documents can I use to prove that I will leave the UK at the end of my visits? Proving ties to your home country helps demonstrate that you have strong reasons to return after your stay. You need to prove both economic and family ties. Remember, UK do not want you to be a burden to the States. To prove economic ties, you need to show that you have financial responsibility or assets in your home country to go back to. You can do this by proving that you have a paid job, you own your own business, or you are in any form of education to go back to. Documents to prove this are as follows. You need your employment letter confirming your job role, salary, and whether your job is a permanent or temporary one. This should be on the company's letterhead. You also need an introductory letter from your employer. This letter should confirm your employment status, job role, salary, annual leave. Note that this one should also be on the company's letterhead. You also need 6 months pay slip. Remember, UK did not state the number of months, but to be on the safer side, you can do a 6 months pay slip and 6 months bank statements to prove steady income and your financial status. For own businesses, you need a copy of your business registration documents invoices, tax returns, business bank statements, personal bank statements, pay slip. This pay slip and bank statements should also be 6 months as well. Let me know in the comment section if you need further details on visa application for self-employed persons. This was one of the areas that led to my husband's visa application refusal. As an added, document, you can include land documents, mortgage statements, documents, rental agreement documents, just to, prove your home ties. For students, you need an introductory letter from your university or school detailing the status of your education, program studying duration, etc. Proving family ties shows that you have family commitments to return to in your home country. You can prove this by submitting a copy of, let's say if you're married, so a copy of your marriage certificate. You also need a copy of your children's birth certificates if you have kids. This is to show that you have family responsibilities to return to. You can also write a cover letter explaining any caretaking responsibilities you have towards your elderly parents. Remember that it is better to bombard them with lots of documents than to be told that your documents are insufficient. Also remember that whatever you tell them that you have, you must prove with documents. Make their work easy by providing all necessary documents to prove anything you say. Guys, you don't need an agent to gather these documents. Trust me. Just take your time and go through what I have just shared and see which one applies to your situation. I don't intend to make this video a very long one to help you understand all the steps and guidelines. Like I said earlier on, this is going to be a series. My next video shall highlight the relevant financial eligibility and a copy of a sample cover letter. I shall provide further details in the coming weeks. Guys, may the good Lord be merciful unto you, guide you and order your steps. Psalm 37 verse 23. Remember that's God first. Please subscribe to this channel, like and share this video as well, and let's get interactive in the comment section. Tell me which areas in the visa application process you wish I touch on more. Watch my other videos as well, and see you in my next video. Bye.